Hi there, welcome back to the channel. So today I have something a little bit different for you. I have a Rakdos deck that is heavily focused on discard. Discard is not really a strategy I go into a whole lot. Mostly just because there's not a whole lot of really good synergies for discard, but based off of what I've been seeing on the ladder lately, we've been seeing a whole lot more control, a lot more blue-based mid-range. So I think right now might be a good time to take a look at discard and see if it's something that we can play and make work. So let's go take a look at the deck. All right, hello. So here's the deck. This is a Rakdos Discard shell of a deck. It goes in kind of like two directions. It's a little bit mid-range, a little bit discard control, and just a little bit self-sacrifice. So here's what we're working with. So in the early game, we got Cut Down, we have Voldaren Epicure. Epicure is there not because it does 1 damage when it comes in, but because it gives us blood tokens. Same thing with the Blood Tithe Harvester. It's like, I don't care if I never swing with the Blood Tithe Harvester at all, so long as it gives me that blood token. That's what I'm here for. Then we have 3 copies of Pilfer for some early discard, and we have 4 copies to go for the Throat. So we got our removal package pretty in line there. Braids is up next. Braids, we have 3 of on that, and she is pretty much the reason why we're running the Voldaren Epicure and the Blood Tithe Harvester. Those extra tokens that come in are perfect sacrifice fodder for Braids. Braids, her ability is like, you sacrifice a permanent at the end of turn, and if your opponent chooses not to sacrifice a token of the same type or a permanent of the same type, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. So that's why she's here. It's like she's a good creature to apply pressure without even having to attack. Next up, we have 4 copies of Liliana of the Veil and 4 copies of Obnixilis, the Adversary. That's the rest of our discard package here. So we're running 3 Pilfer, 4 Liliana, 4 Obnixilis. All of that good discard effects. Obnixilis is the only one here that isn't going to force a discard. He's going to offer a discard to your opponent, and if they choose not to, well, they lose 2 life. And if you happen to control a demon or a devil, you will gain 2 life in that exchange. So that's another reason why the Blood Tithe Harvester and the Voldaren Epicure here is for Obnixilis, because Obnixilis' casualty effect to create a copy of him requires a sacrifice, and so that's why those early creatures are here. So you want to be able to play Obnixilis on 3 with a sacrifice, so you can pop out 2 Obnixilis. So that's why he's here. After that, we have 4 copies of Sheoldred the Apocalypse and 2 copies of New Sheoldred. So everyone knows why that's here. The big Sheoldred is here, not just as like a control measure, because her ETB effect is to make your opponent sacrifice a creature or a planeswalker, but her flip effect is incredibly strong. Let's see if we can take a look at it. Yeah, she flips into the True Scriptures. It is a 3-part saga. Part 1 is for each opponent, destroy up to 1 target creature or planeswalker that player controls. Then each opponent discards 3 cards, then mills 3 cards. And then the 3rd part is put all creature cards from all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. Exile the Scriptures, then return it to the battlefield front face up. So it comes back as Sheoldred. And guess what happens? That ETB effect triggers, making the opponent have to sacrifice a creature or a planeswalker again. So it's an all-around really good effect, very powerful effect, if you can get it off. And last, we have a single copy of Blade Coil Serpent. This is here to act as like a final Hail Mary spell, because most of the deck is black, so in most cases, this is going to be 4 black and 2 red when you cast it, so it'll make the opponent discard 2 cards, and it'll also come in as a 6/4 hasting attacker. haste and trample, actually. So it's a good card for ending the game. Next up is the mana base. We're looking at 9 swamps, 2 Takenuma, 5 mountain, 4 Blackcleave cliffs, and 4 haunted ridge. So if you take a look at the deck, it's pretty straightforward. So just make your opponent discard, kill whatever they play, and apply constant pressure throughout the course of the game. Sideboard, because this is a best of 3 deck, is we're running 3 duress. So just in case we're up against like a control deck, we need even more discard. So we have that option. And then we have 3 copies of Sheoldred's Edict. We have 3 copies of Glistening Deluge. This is here for the soldiers matchup or just wide board strategies in general. We're running 3 copies of Lithomantic Barrage. This card's really cool because 1, it can't be countered, and 2, it'll deal 5 to a white or blue creature. So that's very, very valuable when you're playing against certain matchups, so that's why that's here. And then last, we're running 3 copies of Graveyard Trespasser in the sideboard, in case you run against other graveyard strategies or even other black decks that like to run Underdog. And that card can be a real pain for you if you can't deal with it effectively. So that's why the Trespasser's in the graveyard. So there you go, that's the deck. Let's go ahead and take it out onto the ladder and see how it does. Okay, looks like I will play first. So we got 3 lands, and we have the Blood Tithe, Go Over the Throat, Liliana, and Sheoldred. Let's see how it goes. Alright, let's go with the Haunted Ridge first, so that we can play our Blood Tithe on 2. Okay, so you're going to take my Liliana. Alright, let's go and play the swamp, play the Blood Tithe Harvester. So, unfortunately that gets rid of our turn 3 play. So, next turn we're just going to be sitting on mana. That's a pretty cool card back. I think that's the Serum Visions cosmetic art. Now we just wait. Oh, come on. It is way too early in the game for you to be roping. Let's go. There you go. There's your land. Okay. They removed my guy. Alright, cool. At least we drew into a 3-drop, which is good. Play that. Sacrifice that, deal 2, draw a card. Alright, play another land. They go to the throat again. Alright. So they are playing removal.deck over there. So play Sheoldred. I'm going to take 2 from the draw. So, just need to find out what they're going to do with this turn. I mean, they could play their own 3-drop. Ideally, they should play a Liliana this turn to get rid of our Sheoldred. Alternatively, they could drop a Trespasser. That's a likely turn 3 play for them as well. Playing a Duress right now would only get rid of Go For The Throat. Okay, so the 4th land. So here comes their Sheoldred. That's it. Called it. Okay. We draw. Okay. We take the 2. Resolve. Come on. Alright. Attack. I pushed the button too quickly. Very disappointing. Alright, we're gonna take it. My turn. Oh my god, why did I not play the land? Oh wow. That was like 3 mistakes in 1 turn. Yeah, whatever. Alright, play the underdog. Okay, that's fine. Just give me something to do with my turn. Alright, Haunted Ridge. Play Shelter. Cards in your graveyard. You have 6, I have 5, so not quite enough to make the flip. So, we're just kind of like playing the war of attrition right now. Shield's Edict. So I think this match is going to come down to who runs out of removal first. Alright, Mountain, go for the throat. Play Obnixilis. -2 to make the dude.
Shake down the locals.
So they can play a blitz guy out of the graveyard, and it'll just run into my devil. But I think we're probably going to lose this one, just based off the fact that I'm probably going to draw a land next turn, because that's how these games tend to go. But my god, this guy takes forever on his turns. Like, why do you take so long? Okay, there's the damage. Alright, 1 damage to your face. And he's still just taking forever. Why are you wasting so much time? You have nothing you can do with your mana. Your hand is empty. You can't attack. Why are you wasting so much time? I don't understand. It makes literally no sense to me. See, there it is. We drew a land. Why do we draw land? Did he maybe disconnect? Maybe he's playing mobile? I mean, if he's playing mobile, that does make more sense, but come on. These ropers in these card games, they drive me up a wall. Like, there isn't a whole lot that gets me upset, but wasting my time is definitely among them. Yep. Okay, draw a card. Who's alive? And attack my Obnixilis. Is it at all possible for you to move just a little bit faster? Like, are you literally trying to bore me to death? Because that's how it feels right now. Why'd you attack me instead of the Obnixilis? That doesn't make any sense.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
I'll just hold that land in my hand. There's no reason for me to play it if we can potentially bluff duress. Is this a bot, maybe? With their children. Okay. Well, I think we lose this, so I'm just going to I'm just gonna leave. I mean, I'm just so bored. Alright. Graveyard Trespasser, Sheldred's Edict. Alright, let's ditch the discard. Ditch. Actually, we're gonna get rid of all of the Obnixilis. Actually, no. Bring 2 of them back in. Drop 2. No, actually, we need the Liliana, because Liliana is there to make sacrifice happen. Discard 1 of the Voldaren Epicures. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. Alright, let's try this. Well, at least you didn't take forever sideboarding. That's a small miracle. I can't stand slow rollers. Alright, 3 lands. A little bit of removal. Okay, keep it. Well, Haunted Ridge is the slow land, right? Yeah. Yeah, so we'll play that turn 3, probably. Looks like they're mulliganing. Okay. We'll take our first turn. Play the swamp, keep mana open for a cut down. Alright, they didn't play anything. So we'll do Takenuma. Next, end turn. Okay. Pass. Alright, they still didn't do anything. Alright, so we'll play the Haunted Ridge, and we'll play a Blood Tide Harvester. Yep. I don't care. Okay, they play Trespasser. That's fine. So I'll eat one of my guys, and I'm going to cast Liliana on my turn. Resolve. Pass. My turn. Alright, cool. So we got a land. So we're going to play Liliana. Make you sacrifice a creature.
No more distractions. Let's make this quick. One of your friends
and that'll keep
has
mana
to leave.
open for a cut down. Play Sheldred. My turn. Alright, before my draw step, I'll make you sacrifice a non-token creature. Alright, then we'll draw. Okay, and we'll make you discard a card. I'll discard the cut
I'm tired
down.
of your secrets.
Then you discard Takenuma. Those other 2 cards in hand must be pretty good. Ooh, Mishra's Foundry. Okay, they play Duress. What you want to take from me? Probably the Obnixilis, honestly. Yep, there you go. Smart boy. You got 4 mana left open. What you gonna do? One card, 4 mana. Are you gonna bluff? Are you gonna cast something? I mean, choice is yours. Alright, hit pass. Alright, my turn. Alright, play swamp. Play Shieldred. Discard a card. Alright. Well, learned my lesson there. Should have made the discard happen before I played the Shieldred.
You won't be outsmarting me.
It's fine. These are lessons we gotta learn anyways. Plays Underdog. Probably should have blitzed it, honestly. Alright. So, one Shieldred deserves another. Sacrificing Mishra's Foundry instead. Honestly, it'll do you better to just sacrifice the Tenacious Underdog and start blitzing it out of the graveyard. Okay. So, on to game 3. Anything else interesting from her? No, not really. Let's get rid of the Blade Coil and add one Obnixis back in. Actually, ditch that. Bring the Voldaren Epicure back in. I want something that I can do early. Okay. 2 land, 2 go for the throat, 2 Liliana, and Shieldred. We can take this in hopes that we draw land. But if we don't, we're kind of boned. But those 2 go for the throat should buy us the time we need to get 2 Liliana mana. So we'll keep it. Alright, fall asleep. Okay. That's the 3rd land we needed. Cool. I'm expecting him to rest this turn for some reason. Yep. Come on in, champ. We got the Black Blade Cliffs. So now we're running into that problem that we keep having, and that's drawing nothing but land all game long. So I'm really hoping that that's not the case this time. So first 2 cards we drew off the top of the deck were both lands. Okay.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it.
Resolve.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
We'll discard a mountain. Okay, so we'll let them swing with that, and we'll hold on to our go for the throat, and we'll just play Liliana next turn. Pass, 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 pass. Alright, my turn. Alright, play land. Play Liliana.
When I win,
Sacrifice a
you're
creature.
telling me what sacrifices must be made.
Alright. They play Graveyard Trespasser. Okay. Eats that. Oh, so they chose not to activate. Alright, that's cool. So, let's go here. So, what we can do is we can make them discard and play the other Liliana. Yeah. So let's go here. Each player discards a card. I will discard Braids.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Okay. Then I will play Liliana number 2. Yes. Keep that one.
This is my home,
-2.
and I don't appreciate
Sacrifice
it when people
creature.
touch my things. Off you go.
Okay. Alright, play Evolved Sleeper. He's gonna start powering it up. Alright. Okay, he really didn't want to discard that last card, so I'm gonna make him discard that last card. I will discard
Don't
Mountain.
overthink things.
Okay. Now you're gonna activate. Discard.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Okay. He's gonna use the Mishra's Foundry to knock out my Liliana, probably. No? Okay. Alright, well. Haunted Ridge, Sheldred.
Drop it.
So it's your turn. You're going to use your -2 to kill my Sheldred. See, it's almost like I can predict every
I've always
move
hated
in this deck. Ooh. Attack my Liliana with your Mishra's Foundry. Why didn't you do that? That's weird. Alright, that's fine. Sacrifice your Liliana. +1. How many cards in your graveyard?
We all
6.
have things we'd
I have
rather
7.
forget.
We're almost there. Oh, okay. Well, I guess the path to victory is blow up all your shit. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, cool. Alright, so here we are in the post game. On recording, we only got one game on today's spotlight. But I played quite a few games off camera today. And I have this to say. Discard in the right shell can definitely do good things. I'm not convinced that Rakdos is the right shell for it. I think maybe Dimir or even Esper would probably be a better place for this to exist. Just mostly because Ob Nixilis doesn't force discard. He merely offers it as a transaction. Sheldred would probably do better in black-blue. Not small Sheldred, but new Sheldred. Mostly because you're going to want to, like, maybe some mill effects to make sure that she can flip effectively. One thing that I found in the games that I played today was that I was always, like, 1 or 2 cards shy in the graveyard of flipping big Sheldred. So I'm thinking that this deck would probably do better in either like Dimir, maybe Esper, or maybe Grixis. Grixis might be a better home for like a discard strategy. So this is something I'll have to go back to the drawing board on. None of the cards really felt bad to play. It's just that age-old issue of starting strong, getting a lot of good discard effects off, but then not having a whole lot to back it up with. Like no follow-up plays. So I think if we run blue for discard, maybe red for Brotherhood's End, or maybe some other forms of board wipes or things like that, I think we might have a real deck on our hands here. But this deck, just a little too fragile, a little too slow to get the job done. So that's my thoughts on it. Definitely going to go back to the drawing board on this. And yeah, probably give an update on this video in a week or two and see how it does later. So until then, probably hold off a little bit on crafting this if you don't have the cards for it just yet. And let's keep on jamming those games. And until next time, take care of yourselves.